got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Gywu, aka Mr. Shots Fired, aka Gywu Shefty. But the reason they call me Mr. Shots Fired is because I always shoot my shot. Because if you don't take your shot, you'll miss 100% of your shots. That's just the facts. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? What up? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Today we're going to talk about a few topics. As always, you know, I apologize. I have bad sinuses, so I always sound like I'm clogged up. In the summertime, it does not help with all this pollen. So today we're going to talk about a few topics. We're going to talk about Madden 23, force wins, team choices. This is a big one. Me being unfair and abuse of my power. The competition and the divisions and rivalries. So, with that being said, let's go into the one with me. Let's start with force wins. So bottom line is, a lot of times, users get into the habit of, well, this guy ain't playing 2 games. He popped up and he want to play me. If he's not removed from the league and he wants to play and that's your opponent, you're supposed to play him. You can't just get a forced win because he didn't play the 2 games prior to playing you. That's number 1. Trust me, if the person or user, I should say, is not an active user, y'all know I'm from New York. I don't have a problem getting those Tims out and removing people. On top of that, if you know you can't play, don't mess around and give your opponents the runaround. If you know you can't play, you can't play. And just let your opponent know, listen, take the force wins. And be done with it. Don't say, I got something to do, but I can play at this time, and then the person asks you to play at that time. Oh, I'm not back yet. I can play in an hour. Then the person hits you up in an hour. Oh, I can't play yet. Give me 2 more hours. No. Listen. We got to stop this nonsense. If you know you can't play, I don't care if you're 6-0. Sometimes you got to give up that loss because sometimes you're not able to play. No matter who it is. It could be me. It could be anybody. Anybody. Now, with that being said, I was being accused. Yo, is that Ben in the building? We got a Ben sighting? Yo, we got Benjamin Billions in the building. A legend in his own time. Yo, one of the greatest Madden players of all time, man. He's only like, I think Ben is like 25, 26. This dude is a legend. A legend. Yo, you got to get back in the league, man. You got to stop beating up on people and come back to us little guys, man. Play with us little guys for a little while. I wish you wasn't here because I know somebody who would curse you out every day. Oh, he would curse you out every day. Where is my boy, the Chargers? He would be like, you ain't no goat. Where's the Chargers at? Chargers, come in the building. Let them know. Let them know, Chargers. But Ben, welcome, man. Long time, man. This guy, yo, let me tell you about Ben Billions, man. Ben Billions is like, not only is he a go to Madden, he's like, I don't even know how to explain it. This dude knows the ins and out about Madden. He works and he goes to school. Sleep is not even in his repertoire. I don't know, this guy, he just stays really familiar with the game and he's really good. But let me get back to what I was talking about. So I've been accused of abusing my power. And here's why. So I had to play the Falcons. Conversation went like this. We up, can you play? I said I should be home around 8 p.m. East. He said, I bet. So what is that telling me? We're going to play at 8 p.m. East. I'm not telling you I could be home just to let you know I'm leaving work. I'm going to be home at 8. You're not my wife. He goes, at 8:37 p.m., he sends me a message saying, I'll be home in an hour. Huh? What happened at 8 o'clock? Then he comes in 10:15. I'm home, bro. Can you play? My man, I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning. And that's pushing it. I'm supposed to be up at 4. Me getting up at 4:30 is giving me 45 minutes to shower, get dressed, and get out of here. And I push it sometimes because there's no traffic that early in the morning when we're driving. So I told him, I said, listen, just got in bed. I gotta be up at 4:30. What happened at 8? So he disregarded the message about what happened to 8. And he goes, so your availability was only 2 hours for the day? No, my availability was not only 2 hours for the day. I thought, in my mind, we scheduled for 8 o'clock. When I said 8, I'll be home at 8 p.m., you said, I bet. So that's in my mind. So, Adrian didn't advance that night. So he said to me, the next day, what time can you play? So I said I have a couple lined up. I could play around 8 p.m. East. He said, I have football practice then. I said, man, don't start. You know you don't play no damn football. I put laughing out loud. I was only joking with him. He said, no, but I do coach youth football. All right, I ain't beef. I don't know what state he's in or whatever, but I know practice that time of night in New York, we ain't letting our kids go to no practice that time of night and they got school. I don't care if it is the end of the school year. Anyway, so I said, listen, it was miscommunication yesterday. You can't play today. We can sim if you want. Nah, I don't want to sim. I've been free all day yesterday and today except when I go to practice for 2 hours. All right. I was home too after work. So I was home, like I said, when I would be home yesterday. You hit me up at 8:30 something saying you'll be home in an hour. You said, I bet. I thought we was playing at 8 o'clock. And I'm reading y'all this conversation because I don't want y'all to get it twisted. You'll see why I'm reading this conversation in a minute. Because everybody knows I am one of the most fairest commissioners out there. If I can't play, I'm quick to say take the FW, because I'm not gonna pussyfoot around and have you thinking I could play when I know I can't play. That's one. For two, why am I gonna keep stringing you along and I know I can't play? All right? So I said, we're still in the afternoon of the next day. I said, well, I doubt it, but let me ask a couple of my other two opponents, if they want to switch times. He goes, all you said was you'll be home at 8. That ain't no set time, so I figured we could play an hour. I'm sorry. That ain't no set time, so I figured we could play an hour after you got home, but apparently you was already sleeping. First of all, bro, like I said, you're not my wife, so I'm not going to just tell you I'm going to be home at 8 o'clock just to tell you I'm going to be home at 8 o'clock. Obviously, I'm going to play at 8 o'clock. That's one. But from now on, you better believe I'm going to say, we can play at 8. Right? Secondly, you didn't hit me up an hour after thinking you could play. You hit me up saying you was on the way home. You should be home in another hour. So now when you hit me up at 10:15, we talking over 2 hours later. So I said, bro, you hit me up 2 hours and 15 minutes after 8. We didn't have a scheduled time, but over 2 hours later is not an hour after 8 p.m. So this is why I'm saying we can sim. I said you could put our conversation in any commissioner's chat and they would agree the most you should get is a sim. If you think I'm wrong, put in our league chat as a poll and see what a jury of your peers think. I don't want no force, bro. I want to play. I said, all right, what time you get for practice? He goes, I don't care what nobody else says. I know you were being bad at scheduling. As a commissioner, you should know better. I've been free. He's saying he's been free like 40 to 48 hours. And I have been free only 2 hours at the most. So I said to him, scheduling a game has nothing to do with being a commissioner. When I said 8 o'clock, again, I told you 8 o'clock. You should have said, are we playing at 8? Whatever. But I'm going to clarify that next time against my next opponent. You should have said, this is what he's telling me. You should have said, you'll be home then. I'll take that as you're free from that point on, man. You being home and you that being a starting time is two different things. Okay, I said I agree. So I said we're both in the wrong here. I didn't clarify myself, and you hit me up 2.5 hours later. Bro, you ain't even say nothing until I got home, shaking my head. Bad commissioner, you abusing your power. I said, stop what you saying I'm only been home. I only was available 2 hours. You told me you wasn't home. You told me you'd be home in an hour. You hit me up 2 hours and 15 minutes later. So what are you talking about? He goes, he could have stopped what he was doing if I would have said that I was going to bed. He was only down the block. He would have came home. So if you was only down the block, when you have came home at 8 o'clock and we could have played it, you could have went back down the block? How am I supposed to know he's down the block? Come on, y'all. We got to do a better job, seriously. I said, bro, you crying about nothing. You said I didn't schedule, but you didn't schedule either, so you're crying about nothing. I said, you weren't even home. I was right down the street, could have been home in 10 minutes. Crazy part about it, you're abusing your power as a commissioner. How am I abusing my power? Because I said, let's sim the game. All right, but I'm going to end that there because this conversation goes on for a while. But in closing to that topic, I'm going to say this. Everyone knows, even in the commissioner's world, I'm one of the fairest commissioners. I deal with and tolerate a lot of things that other commissioners would not deal with. Now, I said to myself, let me reread these messages because I must be missing something here. He's saying that I was only free like 2 hours, which that was a lie. But anyway, when I went back and I reread all the messages, the first night before we advanced, he asked me when could I play. And I said tomorrow. I didn't give him a time or anything, I just said tomorrow. Then that's when the rest of the conversation started. Mind you, he's not even arguing or complaining about that because he had forgot that he previously asked me that before we advanced. Long story short, I gave him the force win because, as I said, I'm one of the most fairest commissioners there is. And I don't string people along. But just because at the time I think he was 4-2 or 5-2, don't just try to get a force win and make it seem like I'm being a bad commissioner. Being a commissioner and playing and scheduling the game has nothing to do with it. I didn't say I wanted the force win. That would have been an abuse of power. I said let's sim the game. We both were bad at scheduling. We both were bad at, the conversation. So anyway, when you're scheduling your games, be clear. Be very clear. Because cats will try to get a force win any way they can and then turn around and say, nah, I want to play, bro. You want to play? Then one last point. I asked him, all right, what time did you get home? Let's play at 7. What time did you get home? I would get home to 9:30 Central, which is 10:30 p.m. for me. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. Play at 7 on... Anyway, let's go. Next topic. But nobody's getting a force win, and the game wasn't fully scheduled. Plain and simple. I don't care who you are. So anyway, going into Madden, let's talk about Madden 23. So Madden 23 has it's basically the same game as far as gameplay, but they are changing something. They have something, I forgot the name of it, but it's back in the days they had that light. It was a light. If your quarterback was a rookie, he had a small light. If he was a good quarterback, he had a big light. But they're going back to something like that. They bring it back to lead passing. I mean, we always had lead passing, but it wasn't like in this light effect thing. But one thing they are overhauling is franchise mode as far as free agency. And this is big. This is really big because how a lot of times in free agency, as of right now, we'll be like, no, I ain't signing him. He wants too much money. My advice to you, do not, or we'll wait to the end of the season because sometimes at the end of the season, I don't know if everybody knows this, but if you wait to the end of the season until re-sign stage, that player will re-sign with you for less money than he's asking for during the season. But my advice to everyone, do not wait to the end of the season to sign your players with this new Madden coming out. Because he may not sign with you. Because from what I'm reading and the notes I'm getting from EA on different platforms, is that, let's say you have a wide receiver, an elite wide receiver, he may want to play with an elite quarterback. Like maybe Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. And you may have a rookie. So he may not want to re-sign with you. He may want to play closer to home. So he may want to sign with a team that's close to where he's from or even in his home state if they're looking to get him. Or he may also be looking to sign in a place where there's no taxes. it's big with free agency this year. So if you're trying to sign a player and he's asking for $14 million a year and you want that player, you better sign him. Because it's either going to come down to him leaving or you franchise tagging him. That's one of the big things. That's one of the biggest things. They're updating the contracts because some of these contracts are outrageous. All these other contracts were like preset. You know, they didn't change. But supposedly with the new Madden, let's say, I don't know, let's take Amari Cooper for the Cowboys, and he's asking for $14 million. If this guy break records during the season and have a numerous amount of yards, he may say, well, you know what, I had a great year, I won $16.5 million. So that might change. That can change in this new Madden. But then on the other hand, if he had a bad season, he got hurt, he played limited games, he might say, all right, I'll take $9 million this year. You know, and somebody could sign him for 1 year and he would accept that. So we got to be careful this year with the contracts and the free agent signings. Also, another thing they supposedly overhaul is the scouting system, because if you really looked at it, this scouting system was very similar to the last scouting system. When we first got it, we didn't know how to set our draft boards and stuff, you know, for when we wanted to draft, but that came down to the favorites, you know, putting a check in the box and the heart lighting up. So that's how you set your draft board. It did give a little bit more detail of how good the player was, which I really did like, as far as the speed and the catching, or it says something like, this is a downhill runner. He always looked to make contact and break it, but has trouble holding on to the ball. It says stuff like that in the notes. So that was good for the scouting system. I don't know, I haven't gotten the updates on how they're going to revamp that, but hopefully they change it. What they really need to change is these staffing points, because once you fill up all those boxes, what do you do with the rest of those staff points? They need to work out something with that. And they're going to do something with, I don't know how they're going to do it yet. This is still in the talks, but they're supposed to do something with the rolling over of the cap. So, you know how you trade a player? Let's say right now, I'm supposed to play the Rams, right? He traded me Aaron Donald. That cap hit, it goes to the Rams. But in real life, you know how teams could split the cap, where I was like, basically the Seahawks would take half and they would take half, some kind of way they would work that out in the deal. They're trying to implement that into the game also. So that's some of the big changes coming to Madden 23. As far as like these divisions, and it's a lot of competition in the league. I'm hoping Ben come back to the league. Ben come back to the league, it's going to be a problem, because then you have users like Ben, you have users like JD, Ravens. But let me find out. Ravens say he won like 4 Super Bowls in PJ League or something like that. But I'm about to shoot my shot right now. I don't know if you can play without the Ravens. Shots fired! We're going to see. I don't know. You may not have the Ravens. You may have the Ravens. I don't know. Let me see your team list. But I would love to see like real competition and real rivalries like we had in my previous league, my PS4 league. We had rivalries. It was people taking their favorite teams or taking a team in a division where they had beef with a person, and they would try to give it to them every season. Like for instance, like if I go to the AFC North, you got the Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, right? We had a guy named Kai. He was a Ravens fan. Die-hard Ravens fan. Even when the Ravens was a bum, like me, when the Bucks was a bum team, I was rocking with them. Nobody wanted them. Now everybody wants the Bucks. Just like everybody wants the Ravens now. I want to see how many people are going to want the Ravens now that Hollywood is gone. But anyway, the Browns. Nobody really wanted the Browns, right? So we had Steelers fans like our coach user now, Herb. He's a Steelers fan. You had Pun. He's a Steelers fan. You had Mac, D-Mac. He's a Steelers fan. So they would literally fill that division. You would have like Kai, Herb would take the Steelers, Pun would take like the Browns, the Bengals, and D-Mac would take the Browns because they all had beef because they all thought they was the best Steelers user. You feel me? We got some rivals in here, like the Chargers. Him and Pun is beefing. Said, Pun did some things. We're not gonna go into that. But after Pun Powers was gone, he still lost to him. I would like to see them in the same division. I would like to see real competition in the league, man. Not no, like right now when you look at like the standings, how does the Jets 9-0? But you say the Jets is 9-0. Who's in that division? I know Bryce is the Dolphins. Oh, I passed it. Bryce is the Dolphins. That's an easy division besides Bryce. I don't know if him and Bryce didn't play yet, but that's an easy division. You see, Bryce is 9-0. And I'm not knocking nobody, but I just call it how I see it, man. I call it how I see it. Yeah, that's true. The Steelers beef with everybody. I'm not the Steelers. The Chargers beef with everybody. But let me tell you something. He sits and waits for you to make a mistake when you're playing him. And you got to play mistake-free football when you play the Chargers because he takes advantage of mistakes. And that's how he wins a lot of his games. He could be losing, but he doesn't give up. And he's funny as hell on the mic. Oh, you like Killer Mike? Yeah, that's my song too. So getting back to this AFC East division, this is a weak division, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to try to mix up the divisions to make them strong. I'm just going to look at the team list and really go by seniority of who picked what teams. But I'm going to make an example right now as far as team selection. I'm not doing team selection right now, no. You will definitely get a DM of what team you have. I'm going to need to be in the Chargers again. Yo, listen. Who are you, Bengals? I think you're the Bengals, right? Oh, no, you're the Broncos. Yeah, you're the Broncos, that's right. Listen. This division right here, this is not a bad division. Only person I would take out of this division, like if it was up to me, which is not, I don't think Pun should be the Chiefs. Whether y'all believe it or not, Pun can ball. Pun ain't no slouch. He talks a lot of caca, but Pun can ball. That's just something you can't take away from him. But this division right here, let's say, let me see, who would I put in this division if I had to put somebody in this division? If I had to put somebody in that division, I would like to see Herb in that division. Herb as the Chiefs. Raiders, Young Guns can ball. He's a Raiders fan. And that's what I'm hoping that y'all pick your favorite teams and that y'all have the seniority to get your favorite team, because y'all can ball. A lot of y'all guys can ball, but y'all go pick the strongest team, and everybody pick the strongest team. So that's my next point. Looking at these teams lists, everybody can't have the Chargers. Everybody can't have the Titans. Everybody can't have the Dolphins. Y'all all picking, y'all not even picking your favorite team. Y'all just want to pick the strongest team. But everybody's saying they nice. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's be realistic. Let's really be realistic. It's about 4 Falcons guys in here that are really from Atlanta, and really, it might be 5, that really want the Falcons. But unfortunately, there's one person with way more seniority than all y'all, and he's going to get the Falcons. You need to stop your nonsense. You ain't getting no doggone Ravens. If they fall to you, they fall to you. That's your team, the Ravens. You from Baltimore? All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all need to give me some doggone names, man. Because I'm tired of saying the Ravens using this and that. I need to know some names, man. If y'all gonna be down, I'm being honest, y'all gonna be down, we need to really get to know Maryland. Stand up. Yo, my mother-in-law used to live down there, man. I used to drive down there to Baltimore. Yo, y'all got some places down there in B-More. You know I had that thing up under the seat because I wasn't playing with y'all. I was going to give y'all some hot fire. The first person that act up. Y'all got some places down there that, listen, it's the hood. I'm from the hood. A brother only wanted a sandwich. I wanted a real hero. As some of y'all say, a hoagie. I wanted that hood hero or hood hoagie. And I got to carry that thing up under the seat because y'all be acting up down there for real. Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with y'all down there. Yeah, he capping. The car said you capped. You ain't from Baltimore. But yeah, we got some. He from Colorado. Why you don't want the Broncos? The Broncos gonna look good, man. You know. Oh man, let me see. Like, I'm looking at these lists like right now. Like, I'm gonna look at this one. Like this person I know is from Florida. This person here I know is from Florida. So I was thinking he was gonna say he wanted the Bucks or he wanted the Dolphins. He said the Ravens. He said, well, he did pick the Jaguars. You know that. But then he picked the Titans, then he picked the Jets. You know, it's just crazy because they wouldn't have smoked me, bro. I was born and raised in the hood. I'm about that life. I can't say I'm about that life no more. I left that life alone. I won't front. I'm not a thug. I don't think I'm tough. He said he was born in Colorado. He's not okay. He called him a bozo. Oh, but I ain't with nothing. I ain't with it. First of all, I know I'm nice with my hands, but I know how to rock that thing too. And once I turned my life around and I actually got my pistol permit and I got my gun license, I've been going to the range, so I'm nice with that thing too. They would have got it. They would have got that hot heat, some real hot heat. And that's straight talk. As we used to say in New York, straight cheese. That's what they would have got it. They definitely would have. They would have got it. But yeah, so he's from Florida. How you want those teams, you know? Then like this guy here. I know he's from Atlanta. Oh, he did put the Falcons as his first team. It's a lot of Atlanta cats in here now. What's going on? I didn't realize that. Y'all all from Atlanta? What's up with Atlanta? Atlanta, stand up. Atlanta, stand up. Word up, man. Speaking of Chargers, he never even sent me his team list. He was supposed to send me his team list. He was at a dog show. He never sent it to me. But then you have people like, let me see. You know, like, where you from in Jersey? Where you from? What part of Jersey? I'm in Jersey now. My wife said I'm a corrupt Jersey. I told you I'm good now. I ain't trying to corrupt nobody. I just want to live life, man. That's it. Like our Lions user, the guy who took the Lions, Coach Dawson. Yo, he's a good player. He's a good user. He said it doesn't matter. He said he's probably going to get the last team anyway. But it doesn't matter because he's willing to build. And all these people that's nice, as they say, nice. Why you want a strong team? Why you don't want to take a team like the Lions or yo, you in Newark? They sick, they wild down there too. They wild in Newark too. Yo, my wife, she worked for New Jersey Transit, right? I told her, yo, when she take her car down there, she better have that thing, man. They be trying to carjack people. Yo, my wife ain't with it either. But she ain't quick to, I'll smoke them. I'll think about that later. Listen, take me to jail. I got all my aunts and cousins in jail. Take me to jail. Ain't nobody taking nothing from me, I'm telling you. That's what's up. Newark is in the building, y'all. Give him a shout out, man. Give him a shout out. We got Newark, we got Atlanta, we got B-More in the building. But yeah, oh yeah. So I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Kikopo is from Georgia. Somebody always went to Jets. I thought he was from New York. Well, that could be his favorite team, you know, because I'm a Bucs fan and I'm originally from New York. I went down to Florida, to Tampa, and I stayed with my aunt for like, I'll say almost 2 years, and that's how I became a Bucs fan. My uncle took me to the game. That stadium is incredible, man. I just fell in love with the Bucs ever since then. And then Keyshawn got traded to the Bucs, and that was it. It was over. I've been a Bucs fan for since then. That was what? That's when I was like 96, I think it was. He went to 98? No. Yeah, 98. I think he went to the Bucs. But anyway, you like who you like. I thought he was from New York the way he liked the Jets, man. Got me all screwed up with these Seahawks now in this Madden. But yeah, you know, I'm hoping, I'm looking at these lists, and honestly, everybody can't get the Chargers. You know, everybody can't get the Dolphins, the Ravens. So if you guys want to send me a different list, that's cool. I like to see when, and the Eagles, everybody wants the Eagles. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going to tell you the teams that everybody wants, and this is crazy. When you look at them, Jets, Dolphins. I don't even hear nobody. I have a few for the Chiefs, but not like it used to be. You know, everybody wanted Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill with all that speed. Tyreek is gone. Nobody wants him now. That speed gonna be crazy over there in Miami, you know, with Waddle and Hill, right? Everybody wants the Bucks, the Falcons. I had a few for the Jaguars. I'm surprised the Browns is not at the top of the list. They want the Chargers. They want the Cards. Ravens. Who else? Titans. Colts. Now this is an odd one for me. They want the Colts. Now the Colts is going to be a much better team. Don't get me wrong. But Matt Ryan, you're going to need a quarterback over there. You know, I mean, come on. You got Jonathan Taylor. You know, it's a pretty good team, but you're going to need a quarterback. So I don't know, and that contract is crazy. So depending on, like I said, how they do these contracts in the game, this new Madden. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. I know one thing. I'll give you a little secret. We don't reset cap space in here. We don't. We don't reset cap. We don't adjust the cap of players. You know, we don't adjust the cap of players. I will give you a tip. All right, cool. You can send me something. Like with Matt Ryan, I think his contract is something like, yeah, oh yeah, they got Gilly Lock too. You right. I think his contract is something like 18 million. No, I'm sorry, 36 million. Some kind of way. It's either 18 million cap hit or $36 million cap hit. It's something like that. But if you're a player, if you're a user that knows how to manage your money, and I don't know much about that team and like the contracts that's over there right now, but what you can do, you can release or trade Matty Ice. You might free up a couple of million for that year. Let's just say his cap hit was 36 million, right? I'm sorry, let's say his cap hit. Right, and see, that's what they're trying to, that's what they're trying to do in the game with all the big contracts, Adrian. They're trying to keep some of that. Are y'all still paying Julio too? Wow. Adrian was saying that Falcons are still paying Julio and Matty Ice, but I know whatever it is, let's say his cap hit is like 18 million. If you release him, you're going to free up some of that cap space for that year, but you know you're going to have that cap hit, the cap penalty. It's better to take that cap penalty your first season or two and get it out the way, as long as it's not nothing like stupid, like somebody releasing all right, I know Lamar didn't get signed yet. Let's say they signed Lamar this year to $160 million contract, right? And his cap hit is going to be something like, I'm exaggerating and I'm inflating the numbers, but let's say his cap hit is like 75 million. I don't even think the game will let you release him because that's another thing they're trying to put in the game. I know us as commissioners, we could do it with the overalls where you can't release certain overall players, but they're trying to stop people releasing, you know, even though we think they're old, but these are sometimes the core players of the team. They're trying to stop users from releasing them. So they wouldn't release, even if Lamar Jackson was a 75 overall, he was just fast, let's just say. His cap hit 75 million, nobody's going to release that. So we got to be mindful of what salary we are releasing and what players we are releasing. Like me, I ain't gonna front. On the Bucks, what's this linebacker name? Kevin Minter. I hope they redo his contract because his contract was something like a 12 million cap penalty. Kevin Minter don't start for us. He's more of a locker room guy, that veteran presence. But I didn't release that $12 million, even though he don't play. His speed was only like, I think 75, 76, something like that. That's too slow for me for linebackers because, as Adrian knows, I was like one of the first users that started that linebacker thing with I wanted all fast linebackers. Now it became like the meta of Madden. Everybody wants fast linebackers. I see the new meta is everybody wants fast receivers. That's not my cup of tea though. But that's what everybody wants now, fast wide receivers. But I wouldn't release the 12 million. I wouldn't take that cap hit. I would just let him ride out the 2 years, and then that cap space to be free after that. Because guess what? Sometimes it's better just to release that. I mean, keep that player. Don't release him. Don't use him. Then to release him and take that cap hit. Really depending on what your team salary is. And it's going to be rough. Like I said, they're really playing with the contracts this year with the game and how people re-sign with you. So you got to be careful of who you release. You can't say, well, I'm going to re-sign this guy, so I'm going to release this guy. That player may not want to re-sign with you. So be careful about that. And who you release in these cap penalties. Because like I said, we don't reset cap. We don't reset. And I'm not talking about him directly, but one person that loves to, he knows about like releasing the players early and getting rid of that cap hit, the cap penalty after the first couple of seasons, because he does it a lot. And he hasn't asked to have his cap reset, but I'm just putting it out there. We don't reset cap. So like the Chargers, he gets rid of those big contracts immediately. That's also going with trades. You trade a player. We're going to start up after the first rosters drop. Not when the game drops. After the first rosters drop. Because I'm not planning on restarting this Madden. No. I want to get back to where we have 7, 8 seasons. We probably would have got 6 in this year, but I screwed the league up with the switching of the teams. Oh, I don't know if that's what did it. Well, whatever did it. It got screwed up. I take accountability for it. But we're going to start up when the first rosters drop. I'm not going to like try to find nobody rosters with all the contracts. I want official rosters. So I know I'm going to hear like, start the league. No, we're not doing that, because then what happens is also within that first week, sometimes there's trades, sometimes there's free agent signings, and I don't want to deal with the headache of, oh man, somebody like, I don't know who, give me a player. I don't know, like let's say like Carolina. Carolina's trying to trade their running back right now, CMC. So let's say CMC go to a team like the Eagles. On the official rosters that first drop with the game, he's not going to be on the Eagles. He's going to be on the Panthers. You got to remember, the official rosters get put in place not long after the game is made. Yeah, that's why they be outdated, and that's why they do a roster update. Usually like a week after the game is dropped, sometimes 2 weeks. But that's what they do. There's going to be a lot of trades, there's going to be a lot of free agent signings, so we're going to wait until we get those rosters. And, you know, if that's the way to go, we'll start it. If we need to wait until the second set of rosters, because rosters come down. Once they start dropping rosters, they come down every week. All right, so that's basically about the team thing. Try to pick your favorite team, man. Hopefully I can accommodate you. Like I said before, if the Seahawks is bad and the Lions is bad, if you bring me a user, you get an upgrade, and that person, that user who takes the team, they get an upgrade also. So that's how we're gonna do that. I'm really hoping I'm really hoping that we have those teams filled before the end of the season or before the new Madden comes out. Let me see what else was there to talk about. So yeah, let me know. Do y'all really honestly think I abuse my power? Do yeah, I never heard that. I've been running in a league for 7 Maddens now. I think it's been 7 Maddens, maybe 8. I'll just stick with 7. I have never heard that I abuse my power. I have never once told a user, I'm taking a force whip because you didn't play it. Or I'm doing this. Yeah, I have never heard that before. Yo, this Madden, I had 2 users that just really, really tried to throw me under the bus, man. That first user that said I boosted up a player to trade him. If I'm gonna boost him up, why would I trade him? Duh. That's number one. And if you, well, I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been in a couple of leagues. Every league that kid is going in, he started drama and then he left. So he can never come back. Like some people, they'll leave the league or I'll boot him and I'll let him back. That dude, he can never come back to any league I have. Any league that I'm a commissioner in, I'm gonna make sure he don't join because that dude, he's just a problem. He's trash, and when he loses, it's always a problem. What trade? That CMC trade? Yeah, they're trying to get CMC. Also, who else is trying to get CMC? I think it's I forgot who was the other team. It was another team trying to get CMC. I know Washington was on the list, but Washington backed down because the Panthers want Washington's running back in return plus more. So that's not going to happen. The Commanders is like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But listen. Also, let's talk about this. I'm about to shoot my shot. Don't come looking for me to play my game. Don't come searching for me because y'all know I work a lot. My schedule is different right now. Yeah, when I work those long and 13, 14 hours, I still work 13-hour days, but my shift is a little bit different. Don't come looking for this work because you will get it. I'm a problem when I play. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, some of y'all blow me out or I'll give y'all the first one because I'm working 13, 14-hour shifts. I work for the city. So when we pick our shifts, a lot of time we pick for like 4 months at a time. So for those 4 months, I may be like, all right, I'm gonna have a bad season or whatever, or 2 seasons, and then I'm gonna rock. But like a couple of you cats saw my record was like 0-5 or 0-4 or 1-5, whatever it was. Y'all come searching for me, and guess what? Y'all got that work. Y'all got that work, and I'm not even on the game. So imagine if I was on the game. And I'm calling this dude out. I'm calling you out, Adrian. If you are the user who gets the Falcons, you're gonna get this work. I see you step your game up. Yes, shots fired. I see you step your game up. You putting it on a lot of users. But I'm coming for you. It's over. All that winning, done, dead. Nah. Ain't happening. That's what I'm saying. I wish like some of these, y'all need to start really picking like teams that y'all really like or these rivalries. Me and Adrian been in leagues together for years, man. He's been the Falcons, I've been the Bucks, and we just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we got a new guy who likes the Bucks. I don't even know his name. His name in the chat is Easy Bucks or whatever it is. Let me see what teams he put down because I already told him he's not getting the Bucks. I'm taking my team back. That's just sorry. I'm taking my team back. And that's crazy. I'm sorry. Who just wrote something? I didn't see what it said. I looked down at my phone. What? Can you rewrite that, please? See, like, like the easy dude. He put Bills, Bengals, Chargers, Chiefs. And I'm not trying to put him out there, but the Bills is one of the top teams. He may be able to get the Bengals. Man, I want you to take the Saints. I hope the Saints is open and it fall into your hands. You ain't doing jack diddly. Listen, I love the competition. I love the competition. I really want, this is what I want the division to be, since you're talking caca. It need to be me, you, Adrian, and Pun. Yeah, because Pun talk a lot of caca. I got to show that dude, he is not that nice. All right? Y'all, you... Because this ain't what y'all think it is. This ain't what y'all think it is. I got to be one of the most slept on users there is in Madden. But there's a reason why people think I'm garbage, but still play in my league. Think about it. People usually don't play in the league, but they say, oh, no, the commissioner's trash. For one, they know I'm not trash. They talk a lot of caca, say I'm trash, but they know I'm not trash. And then, like I said, I'm one of the most fairest commissioners there is out there. If I screw up, like if I'm supposed to give you a forced win, everybody knows this. I always say it. I can't give, if I screw up, and I'm supposed, you sent me the information, your DM with your screenshot, and you're entitled to a forced win, and I screw up and don't give it to you, I always say it. I can't give you that win back, but I'll give you an upgrade on the player. And I don't choose a player. I let you choose whatever player you want. I'll give you an upgrade. Usually it's a superstar. To admit I was wrong. I'm one of the most fairest commissioners there is. So for him to say that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings, man. For real. Yeah, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, come on, man. Don't say that. I don't abuse my power, man. Yo, that dude is crazy. But I appreciate everyone that's in the league, man. I really do, man, because everybody have their opinions. Everybody's entitled to it. Sometimes some of us get a little bit too opinionated. But anyway, like I was saying, yo, you gotta be open. Break your behind to the NFC South and watch it get handed to you. Ain't nobody in there pushovers. Mr. Devin Ross. Get back to the Bucks guy, easy. The Bills is a hot commodity, man. The Chargers is a hot commodity. I don't know, he might be able to get the Bengals or the Chiefs, because I ain't seen nobody pick the Chiefs yet, I don't think. I haven't gone through everybody's list. But then I go to a person like, oh wow, I have somebody who picked the Bears and the Seahawks and the Lions on their list. Okay. Then you got somebody. Let me go through this team list to see who y'all picked. Y'all got me open now. I need to know what's going on. Yo, I gotta put my AC on, man. I think I'm down south. I'm sitting in the living room of my house. I got the fan on. And I got the screen door. I got the door with the screen door closed so no bugs don't get in here. But so I'm looking at Young Guns right now, right? Okay, I'm looking at these lists. I see some of y'all are pretty smart on how you pick it when you know you're not going to get. Let me see. Oh, this list is different. Like we have a cat. He said the Vikings, Cleveland. See, there you go back to. He started off good with the Vikings because too many people are not going to pick the Vikings. Yeah, JD always take the worst teams. JD is our old Lions user. In the PS4 league, he won. His name is Jay, Y-A-E. He won 2 Super Bowls. He won 2 Super Bowls in the PS4 league in OGs. Yeah, my other league was OGs. It wasn't for original gangsters. It was for original grinders because we had a lot of older cats in there that was just killing y'all younger cats. Y'all was coming in there thinking y'all was gonna beat us, and we was just blowing y'all out. Y'all be sleeping on us because we work. But like this cat, he picked the Vikings. A lot of people, you know, they don't look at the Vikings because the Vikings are. Let me tell you something about the Vikings. And this year, they're not going to have no defense. They're not. They're young. Unfortunately, that young kid, I think he actually wasn't even on the team no more, but he got killed. Their D-line, I don't know, man. They always hurt. They're injury prone. They can't stay healthy. Now, Jefferson, he's a problem. He's a problem. And in the game, he's like one of the easiest people to groom. I don't even groom wide receivers. But I had got him up to X Factor. He probably started up as X Factor now. Yeah, he's a problem. So, you got to build how you build your team how you want to build them. But yeah, honestly, I don't have it right now from what I'm looking at. I don't have another person that picked the Vikings. And even though he's one of the last people to come into the league, he would get the Vikings because nobody else picked him. You feel me? Let me see. Let me look at somebody else. Like right now, I have. This person said he wants Pittsburgh. That's the 5th Steeler fan in here. He said, he'll take what he can get. Then you got people like, I gotta talk about Yuri. Yuri's my boy. He's been down for a minute. Yuri has been down. Oh man, since we had regular crew 32. Yuri always picked the top teams. I don't know. I know Yuri's on the West Coast. I think he's from California. I'm not for certain, but I think it is California. So he picked the Chargers first. Yeah, that's San Diego, so I think that's where he's from. But then he picked the Titans. Then he picked the Dolphins and the Jets. What do you want to pick all these teams for? And honestly, Yuri's going to get one of his top picks, one of his top 3, because he's been in the league for a day. He's been there for a minute. Although Yuri is something else with his plays. Yuri is. I don't want to say this like this, but I got to shoot my shot. I always shoot my shot because if you don't shoot your shot, you'll miss 100% of your shots. Yuri is as good as YouTube goes. Shots fired! When those plays come out, they work it. But once people figure out how to stop those plays, Yuri sees it go down right away. It goes downhill like an avalanche. I thought Yuri was going to win the Super Bowl this year, but I had Yuri as one of my favorites to win the Super Bowl. I don't get it. Then the last time he played punt, he blew punt out. So I figured, even though I shouldn't have looked at it that way, but I figured that he would beat punt. But punt said he had saw the plays too many times, so he knew how to stop it. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now here's a different list. I have somebody list here with the Commanders on it, the Panthers on it, and the Giants on it. The Giants. That's a sleeper team, man. I'm telling you, I'm not saying I would give up my Bucks for the Giants because I've been rocking with the Bucks for years. I can take I play off like, let's say I have a bum linebacker, right? Everybody have that bum linebacker or that bum corner that's fast on their team, but been on the team for years. They know exactly what he's going to do when they pick certain plays. And that's how I am with the Bucs. So I know that bum linebacker, he ain't going to run to the spot he's supposed to run to. He's going to run to a different spot. So I'm banking on him running to that different spot because he's a bum. And a lot of times people know that spot should be open and it's not. But he's there because he's a bum and he has no awareness enough. So that's why I stick with my team. And that's why I don't like to go to different teams because I don't know what certain players do. But the Giants is going to be a sleeper team. If they keep that core together, I don't think Saquon is going to have his X factor no more. So a lot of people might not pick it. Washington is going to be a team to reckon with. They got Chase. They got Sweat. Did they get a new quarterback over there? I think the Commanders got a new quarterback too. That's going to be a team to reckon with. Now, I'm going to a Steeler. Okay, so I went into D-Mac. For all of y'all that don't know D-Mac, D-Mac is the Steelers right now. He put the Steelers as his first choice. Which you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put your favorite team first. Then the next 4 teams, you're supposed to put teams that you don't mind using. But again, so he put Steelers, Titans, Jags, Bills, Colts, Steelers. All the popular teams. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully he gets the Steelers. I don't know. If anybody knows Sam So Basic, hit him up. I would like for him to stay in the league. He's still in the chat, but he hasn't responded to the DM. He's a good user, and that dude, he's more basic than me. I mean, dang, I thought you don't get no more basic than me. I play basic football, but he is basic. That's the perfect name, Sam So Basic. Now let me go to Mr. Ross's list. He lied, he want to smoke me, so he want the Saints. Yo, I hope I can get you the Saints so I can, I got something for you. I got something for you. Oh my goodness. You ain't winning no Super Bowls over here, B. Not in this league. We taking you out. So, Dope Boy Fresh, I'm surprised he put the Raiders first. See, the Raiders going to be a team that everybody wants. You got Carr. I think Carr is going to be a superstar this year in the game, and he's going to be easily upgraded to X Factor. This is my opinion. You got that running back. I can't think of his name. The big boy. He just be run over people. His speed is not all that, but he's definitely easy to upgrade at, to get to X Factor. Now you have Davante Adams. Davante Adams, if he can be half as good as he was in Green Bay, going to be a force. He's definitely an upgrade over there. Then you have, they got a speedster over there too. I forgot who they signed. But the Raiders is going to be a good team this year. Everybody's going to want the Raiders. I'm just looking at these teams. I'm like, wow, everybody's picking the same teams. Everybody's picking Washington, the Colts, Dallas, Philadelphia. And that's what screws things up. So I have a person that read the message and didn't respond. So I guess he's not staying in the league. If everybody knows, I asked, please, if you're not staying, let me know. But I guess he's not staying. You don't have to stay. That's fine by me. Yay, JD. He said he got his favorite team in the other leagues, which is the Cowboys, so it's whatever. I'm going to build and destroy. That's also what the Lions user Coach Dawson said. Key Capo. How you say his name? I call him KP. I didn't know he was from Georgia. But he put the Jets first, as I figured. Packers, Browns, 49ers, Bears. So what do y'all know about these Bears that y'all, I see a lot of people picking the Bears. What do y'all think is going to be the what do y'all think is going to be? We got OG Wall, he picked Cowboys, Chargers, Bills. What do y'all think is going to be the ultimate thing for the Bears this year? Y'all see them as a 500 team or just straight losing? Is the rookie, well, he ain't going to be rookie no more, but is Fields going to be the starting quarterback? Now, this will be a good division, too. So, I screw this guy's name up all the time. Amunra. I don't know if it's Muslim or what, but right now, our Eagles user. He put the Panthers first. Yeah, I think the Bears going to be terrible also. I think so. He put the Panthers first. Now, that'll be a great division. Mr. Axon Jackson himself as the Falcons, me as the Bucks, Mr. Devin Ross as the Saints. First of all, don't even go there like the Saints is garbage. Like you doing us a favor by taking the Saints. The Saints ain't garbage. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. I ain't trying to be sneaky. I'll just take the Saints. The Saints ain't gonna be garbage. Yeah, like the Saints is garbage. Those boys was that close to going to the Super Bowl. My boy Famous Jameis gonna take him to the Super Bowl. That arm is ridiculous on Jameis Winston. Why he didn't get his eyes fixed when he was on the Bucks? Anyway, but that'd be a good division. Axon Jackson, myself, Mr. Ross, and Amunra. He's looking at the Panthers. Hopefully we can all get those teams. That's going to be a division, and I mean this seriously. I'm not. I see it says Saints just in your division. I want what? You want me? You want to beat me? You know that whatever team you get, I'll come to your division. I'll come to your division. You don't gotta do me no favor. I'll come to your division. I'll play with any team. My boy Ronald Jones is gone, man. Whoever gets the Bucks, just give me Devin White. I'm good. Just give me Devin White and Vita and Brady and Levante and Dean. Brown juice. Who's the brown juice? The brown juicer now. That's the new brown juicer. The last brown juicer, the user right now. Well, that's because you ain't never played me. I think I blitz more than anybody in my life. Yeah, they used to hate me in all the other leagues, especially Crew 32. We was in this league called Blitz. Y'all probably know Blitz. Blitz. I was probably one of the worst users in Blitz because the guys in Blitz, that's like a lot of them playing competitions and stuff. They're good users. They're real good. They don't play professionally. I know one of the guys did play professionally, but they're good users. So I was probably the worst user in the league. But they used to hate to play me. They knew they was going to win the game. They knew they was going to win. But I blitzed so much. Yeah, that was me. I'm the same way. I send like 7 every play. If you're going to beat me, beat me. Beat me deep. But I'm sending heat. I'm going to send that heat. And the reason they hated to play me was because they were scared that my blitz was going to get through it. One of their key players, like their running back or their wide receiver, especially their quarterback, was going to get hurt. I always send the heat. Always. He says the Saints are turbo offense. They don't got nobody. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I didn't know he blitzed a lot. He's you're talking about JB, right? He's been down for a minute too. He left because he didn't want to restart and not get his favorite team. But nah, he definitely won't he won't be in the division. Nah, he won't be in the division. Yeah, he's been down for a minute. I remember when I first met him, when he first came into my OG's league, about maybe 4 years ago. He was a hothead like Chargers. Oh my God, he was the same way. Him and Chargers can be brothers. That's how they was together. They both are hotheads, ready to spaz on anybody. But then he just started playing and winning and leaving that other stuff alone. And that's what you got to do, man. You know, you can voice your opinion, but sometimes we go a little bit too far in what we say, you know. But like I said, we're not going to be disrespecting commissioners, and we're not going to disrespect each other, man. Come on, we all adults. Hell, Lamar, let me tell you something. Yeah, people go blitz when you got Lamar because the first thing they think you're going to do is run out the pocket. Which, nine times out of 10, people with Lamar, that's what they do. Let me see who Mr. Wright. He picked the Pats. Wow. Well, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna give you a heads up. You won't get the Pats. So you can take the Pats off, and if you want to put another team near, you can. But the rest of your list, is pretty solid from what I'm looking at, except for I would say the Panthers, but that's number 4 on your list anyway. But the Pats, I'm giving you a heads up, you're definitely not going to get the Pats. So, put another team as first. And if the Lions, depending on what the Lions roster is, if the Lions come into the game with like a 70 overall roster, the Lions and the Seahawks, if they have 70 overall rosters, they're definitely going to get 2 X Factor upgrades and a superstar upgrade. And the rest of us, we won't be getting anything. So don't look for it. No. So that's just a heads up. If the Lions and the Seahawks come into the game and they have like a 70 overall, 71, 72, 69, in the PS4 version, the Lions was actually a 69 overall one of the rosters that they put out. That's just ridiculous. They're professional. They can't be that bad. Come on, Madden, do something about these rosters. But, excuse me, if they come in the game with like a 70, 71 overall roster, yes, Seahawks and Lions will get 2 X Factors and superstar. More than likely. It's not set in stone. It'll probably be, honestly, 1 X Factor, 2 superstars. That's what it's probably going to be. And that goes for Lions and the Seahawks and the Texans. Those 3 teams. I know they're going to be hard to fill this year. I actually saw one person pick the Texans. I don't know if he... let's see. Here's another person. They might not be staying in the league. So, I just wish y'all would tell me y'all not staying in the league. So this way we can know what teams to fill, man. I I don't like that last minute stuff, and that's why, honestly, that's why one of my leagues are very successful, because I don't wait till the last minute to do things. But all right, let's get on to the next thing: the direction and the wave. Madden and these leagues. What? Yo, we got 3 patch fans in here? Get out! No way! Yo! We got 3 patch fans in here. Wow. That's insane. I never thought I'd see that. Wow. All right. Caught me by surprise with that one. Let's move on to the way Madden is heading. And the game plan Madden. For one, y'all know we do primetime games of the week, my Madden games of the week. So one thing, I'm going to put a poll up. Yeah, if you, all right, so you said, "Can you lying?" You'll get those upgrades definitely. You'll get those upgrades definitely, right? Also, a lot of y'all don't know, this is not a money league, but if you win the Super Bowl, you get $25. You can either get cash via Cash App or PSN card. I'll mail to your house. I'll send you the code. Whatever it is, whatever you know, however you want it. But most people, they take that $25. You can ask JD. His name is Jay, the old Lions user. You can ask Pun. Ben, the guy who was in here, Ben must have won, oh my God. Ben won several times, at least 7 Super Bowls. Pun won multiple Super Bowls. A couple of Super Bowls, what he did was, instead of accepting that $25, he said keep it and put it towards the next Super Bowl. So when he win, he would get $50, but that next Super Bowl he didn't win, and another person got $50. But some people, they leave it, they're trying to ante up the pot. But yeah, it's not a money league. But if you win, you get $25. But I will say this: if you take the Lions, and I lock that in now, and they have that crappy overall, like 70 something overall, low 70s, like 72, 71, 70, and you win the Super Bowl, $50 on deck, cash money, straight cheese, no BS. Right to your Cash App, bro. I'm serious. So yeah, with the way the direction Madden is headed, we do the games of the week or whatever. Let me know if y'all rather me go back to the old way, where I select the games of the week, or y'all rather, I'm gonna put a poll up, or y'all rather me keep it as is, the primetime games Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night, because I know a lot of y'all said, like certain guys had like 7, and like, I know the Rams had about 7 primetime games. When you win the primetime game, you get an upgrade, you know? You get that upgrade. You get to put a play up to start. Now, the Monday night game of the week, that's the My Madden. I'm sorry, not Monday night. My Madden game of the week. That's what My Madden decides the game of the week is, right? If you vote on that game and you get it right, you get a +2 upgrade on an attribute. As we always say, no speed, no acceleration, no throwing power. As of right now, that's all I can think of, but it may be one or two more. Another one is, if you're player of the week, you always know if you're player of the week because when we advance to the next week, it'll say weekly awards. You click on it and it'll let you know which one of your players got it. If you're player of the week, you get a +2 upgrade in attributes. Same stipulations, no throw power, no speed, no acceleration, things like that. But we're not chasing nobody down to give them these upgrades, whether it's the game of the week, whether it's the player of the week, you know, and we're not waiting 3 or 4 weeks. Oh, I won a month ago, I need my upgrade. Now we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. But on another note, the way the NFL is going, we're starting to see a lot of wide receivers at running back. Oh, he said lock it in. He put it in caps. I got you, bro. I got you. I'm telling you, you win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna talk about commissioners too because we're gonna take some bets. So you might even get more than $50 if they're not cheap. Some of my other commissioners would be like, yeah, I got $25 on that if he win the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna talk to them and see what they say. But right now, definitely, if you win the Super Bowl with those Lions, man, $50 right off the bat. You see a lot of, like I said, the way Madden is heading, you see a lot of running backs at wide receiver, at fullback. Let's not get this misconstrued. We're still in the debating stage about doing it manually. Yeah, that's also year one. Donald Wright, Mr. Wright. Year one, you got to do that. That bet is only for year one. And with that being said, I don't know. One of the commissioners just said something to me, so you might be getting more than that if you win that Super Bowl year one. So we'll see. So far, if I got to talk to him, but it looks like that may be up to $75 for you if you win year one. But getting back to the running backs at fullback and the wide receiver at running back, don't get it misconstrued. We're still in the debating stages about whether we want you guys to do it manually. But for those of you who don't know, yo, Devin Ross is calling you out. Shots fired. Yo, Mr. Ross said, Mr. Wright is terrible. No need for y'all to make bets. He said you are garbage. Basura. Caca. Don't get me started in here, man. Don't get me started. Yo, I need to put my arrow. I'm being lazy. There are formation subs that will allow you to have a running back at fullback or a wide receiver at running back without a manual sub, which means you going in to depth chart or like when you make your subs, you're in a formation and you manually go and put them in. No. You click on that right stick. There's different formations that allow you to do these things. Wide receiver at tight end is another one. There are formation subs that allows you to have these players in those positions, and it's not illegal. You can do that. But to put them in manually, that is not allowed. Had a user accuse me, he said, yo, you did this play 3 times in a row. No, I ain't doing no doggone play 3 times in a row. Because guess what? That's what the cool down is for. So you already got corner lock. But he didn't even peep that I was in a formation where my wide receiver was that tight end and burned him for a 76-yard touchdown. So you guys a lot of times are ready to beef and argue about one thing and don't even realize what's going on. We're so used to seeing certain things that we're ready to beef about them, but we got to pay attention and be mindful of what's really going on. Let's get locked into Madden this upcoming Madden, y'all. Let's really ball out. Like I said, those manual subs are illegal as of right now. We're still discussing it, but there are formation subs that will allow you to have those same players in those positions, and it is not illegal. So look into that. Also, I'm gonna talk to my commissioners today in the main commissioner chat. The way a lot of leagues are headed, I don't know if we're ready yet. I don't know if we're ready to do this yet. But what they're doing is, I know a lot of the money leagues do it, definitely. But what they do, they have a buy-in pot. Let's say, like how I said, it's $25 for the Super Bowl, right? Let's say a user come in and he paid $5. This is how it normally goes. It's a buy-in pot. It's not everybody league does it different, but the ones I've been in and seen, it's called a buy-in pot. So the pot is $25 to start. But let's say, for instance, Mr. Wright says, I'm sorry, not Mr. Wright. Let's say Mr. Ross said, give me Colts. Right? He takes the Colts. Matt Ryan is, what, 36, 37 years old? He paid $5. I want a one-time age reduction. So now he would pay that $5. Matt Ryan would go to like 22 years old. That $5 would go towards the pot. So now the Super Bowl pot will be $30. So that's what a lot of the leagues are doing now. They're doing a one-time age reduction, or they're doing like a one-time, let's say like, they're doing a one-time throw power thing, stuff like that. But I don't know if we're there yet. I don't think we're there yet as far as, this league. Because I don't want it to become an actual money league, because that's not what we're about. Like I said though, if you do win, it's $25. Right now for this Lions user, Mr. Donald Wright, if he wins the Super Bowl this year, it's $50. But like I said, I gotta talk to my commissioner that DM me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, you can't, because then you start thinking that people are doing like grimy stuff. I agree with you. That's why I said we're not there yet. I don't like that type of stuff either. I agree. I was just letting y'all know what's going on in the league, in different leagues, not this one. But like I said, this is not a money league. It's $25 if you win the Super Bowl. That's any season. 4 seasons later, if you win the Super Bowl, $25. Could be anybody. But for season 1, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, it's $50. And my other commissioner's talking in my DM, so you might win $75. But it got to be year 1, man. We're not giving you time to build. And as Mr. Ross said, We don't gotta worry about nothing. Don't even make no bet because you're trash. Caca, basura, hot garbage. That's how it is, man. But I'm gonna start working on those teams lists. And also, like I said, if anybody knows Sam So Basic, I know Bryce knows him. So hopefully he can speak to him. Or if anybody else is in another league with him, hit him up for me, please. Ask him if he's staying in the league for next Madden to DM me a teams list. Other than that, we're about to get out of here. It lasted a little bit longer than normally, but like I said, let me know if y'all want to. I'm gonna put a poll up, but let me know if y'all rather, or y'all could DM me. Y'all rather me keep it as it is, the primetime games with Thursday, Monday, and Sunday. Thursday, Sunday, Monday, whatever. My Madden games of the week. We're definitely keeping the My Madden game of the week because that's how you vote and you get the attribute upgrade. Know what? Don't keep it Thursday, Monday, Sunday, or whatever it is. You rather vote on it? This dude said no, like I'm a mind reader. What in the world here? He said no. Anyway. And we're keeping a player of the week. You get an upgrade for winning player of the week. So basically these incentives are for you to go hard. So if I got a running back and I know I'm a runner and I got a player like Chubb, yeah, I'm gonna be running that thing down your throat because first of all, I'm a runner. For two, I got Chubb. And then if I get player of the week, if my running back is only at 86 overall, by the time I get finished running that thing down your throat after like 6 weeks, he's up to a 92 or something like that. Well, not really overall, but the whatever attribute I want to put up. You get what I'm saying? Because it's +2. So if his carrying is only at 86, and I went 3 weeks in a row, now his carrying is a 92. You feel me? So it's worth it, man. It's worth paying attention to what's going on with the league. A lot of y'all ask me, what's this? What's that? How I get this? The rules, if you go on My Madden, if you click one of those links, the rules are on the My Madden website. Let me see if I added it to the link. I think I might have added it to the link. But if I didn't, I will. Let me just check real quick. You see, I did add it to the link. So you see how I did exclamation point, and rules? And you see what came up? If you look in the chat, that's all you got to do. Explanation point, rules. If you want to know who you play for that week, explanation point, TWS, space, your team name. One of the standings, explanation point, standings. It's real simple, My Madden. My Madden is real simple, but you're right. Yo, let me tell you something. That's big. If you can win Player of the Week 3 times in a row, that's big, man. That's real talk. Yo, Adrian said I'm dreaming. That's real talk. If you can win 3 weeks in a row, yo, I gotta see what's going on with you. That's a tough one. That's really hard to do. That's not no easy feat. That's not an easy accomplishment. Yeah, that's just 2 games of the week. That's it. So, cards, Mr. Wright is saying just 2 games of the week. So I'm assuming he's saying 2 games of the week plus the My Madden game of the week. So, was that a weak matchup? Oh, good matchup. Oh, so he's saying basically a weak matchup and a good matchup. and then we would have my Madden game of the week that we vote on. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna talk it over with my peoples. That's a real good idea. I like that idea. Yeah, because how it seems like how they do it. I mean, I don't know, but I know like daddy leagues, which nobody's really using anymore. I mean, daddy leagues is cool. My Madden came about because daddy leagues was 2 developers, and I guess they couldn't get along, or whatever it was, they split. Now, before I get back in, let me finish that, then I'm getting stuff. So they split. One is still doing daddy leagues, and one is doing my Madden. But it seems like when you're winning, you always have a primetime game. I don't know how that works, but it seems like that's what the computer does. When you're winning, you always got a primetime game. Now, let me be clear on this. This tanking crap. A few years back, users were tanking purposely. That would not be tolerated. And what I did was, let's say you had the first round pick, second pick. You wasn't getting it. And I wasn't literally taking it away from you. What we did a shuffle. Something like a lottery draft, like the NBA does. I would go on, stream it, go into the app, do the shuffle, put in the team names, boom. Let's say it said Adrian. He's the Falcons. He would get that first pick. And let's say Mr. Ross had the first pick. He was the Ravens, and he'd take the whole season. Now he would have to send that pick to Adrian, or pick the player that Adrian wanted. But most people just sent that pick over to that team. And that's how we eliminated tanking. We didn't have a problem with tanking until last season with Madden. It will not be tolerated. We will get you up out of here. Tanking is not allowed. Please don't tank. Just build your team. Build your team. Even though you lose a game, you can still build certain players. You can. But with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. I had to go on the other side of the living room and put my damn air conditioner on. This heat is, they said it was going to be thunderstorms today, man. I could have barbecued. But it's your boy Gywu. Gywu Sheffield, a.k.a. Mr. Shots Fired. I always shoot my shot, because if I don't take my shot, I'm going to miss 100% of my shots. The next time I see y'all, it will be, well, I don't know, I'm not going to say that, but it might be team selection. But until the next time, I see when I see you. Peace.